Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for week 2 of SAPA PL, SAPA Premier League. I'm back with our commissioner to talk about these games.
Yeah, Pokemon.
Yeah, so week 2 we have our second set of rotating formats here, and so we have some new gaming to go through. We're starting off strong with Gen 7 OU.
Which is quickly becoming my favorite tier to play.
Yeah, it's so much fun. We got some really good sets, and um, up first we have actually my set versus Adam.
We want
So
to talk about your team. I definitely see.
yeah,
I definitely see the vision here. So
yeah. So I was looking through my builder, and I don't. All my Gen 7 teams, or most of them anyway, were old like draft teams from when we did Gen 7, so they were not really good enough to fight a regular OU match. And then I found this one, which was called Corey Diancie team, which I think me and
did we
JT.
build that?
No, I think it was me and JT back the last time Gen 7 was in PL. Was it last year? Might have been.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and so it was, I think, the 1 week we had JT as the mercenary, and we built this team because, I like Diancie a lot. We built it. And then it had originally, instead of Como here, it had Magnezone with Steelian Z. And I made this change because I laddered with it a little bit, and I was like, wow, this team gets absolutely fucked up by Chansey.
Well,
So I needed to put something on there. So now we have Z Como to kind of.
Garganacl. I mean, I think you're definitely still a little weak to like well-positioned Scizor with rocks up, but
Yeah, no, that's
fine.
true. Yeah,
You can live with that.
yeah, that's true. Again, it's been a while since I built this team, and so I didn't really know what to do, but it seemed like something that could work. Adam, his team looks pretty standard. It's got Charizard, it's got Tapu Koko. These are Adam's best friends.
Adam offense
Yep.
on full display once again.
With a pretty.
Actually, this might be Adam balance.
Yeah, this is Adam Balance, right? He's got a maybe even bulky. No, it's more
I'd
balanced.
say it's more balanced with
Yeah.
the Scizor.
Scizor,
Jesus Christ. Gliscor.
Gliscor, Slowbro, and Chanticleer, and Ferrothorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really strong defensive backbone.
Yeah. Hard to break.
Yeah.
Unless your name is Komodo.
Unless your name
He
is
looks incredible.
Clanger Soul
Jesus
Kamo. So we'll get into it. This is game 1. I lead Diancie. I'm like, all right, I don't want to get Gyro Balled immediately, and
No.
he presses rocks in front of the Magic Bounce person, so he kind of got me there.
Yeah.
But
good
I go into
double.
Como really early, but I don't rip my Z super early. I'm like, maybe I want to keep
That's
it,
probably smart.
but then I
Oh,
rip
you're
it
doing it
because
now.
I can kill Slowbro. Except I can't kill Slowbro.
That's crazy.
I get toxic
Very
for my
toxic.
trouble, which
Ooh.
really sucks. So I don't know if that was a roll. I didn't calc it, but if it was, that's a bummer.
That had to be.
Yeah.
Oh, you've Drain Punch. Okay.
I do have Drain
I was gonna
Punch, so
say,
like
if you're close combat, then like all of a sudden, like you're on turn 3, and this is like real
Yeah.
bad.
So Como can put in some work here. I make the sunk cost idea of, well, I'm in here now and I'm boosted. I use my Z, so I gotta stay in.
Yeah.
So I really don't get a whole lot out of Como.
Yeah.
Which is
Honestly,
a problem.
you didn't do anything.
He did basically nothing, but then instead of going into Chansey, he sacks his Gliscor, which gives me Battle Bond and gives me his Gliscor. So all of a sudden,
And
this is
also
possible now.
can
And I'm
give
faster
you-
than Como, so I don't have to go anywhere. Unfortunate in this.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, so now I'm like,
I mean,
fuck.
Chansey was there anyway, so like.
Right, exactly. So now I'm like, uh-oh, Komo's dead. How do I beat Chansey? And the answer is, I take its EV light away. And so
Yeah.
now maybe I can do something.
Yeah, I think you got to get these rocks off the field.
Yeah, it's it's gonna be hard to do. And so I go into here. That did not do as much as I kind of wanted it to, but it did enough. So I'm like,
Definitely
well, let me
need
go
those
for
rocks.
another one. And I'm
Go
like,
on.
well, I'm not going anywhere. And, this is free Earth Power.
Yeah, take the damage.
So I take that. Charizard comes in. I'm faster than this.
And there goes.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised that's not Y.
Yeah, I think Adam's trying to catch people off guard, and so Adam kind of sacking a
Sacks
lot
his whole team.
to Diancie before bringing in the Mon that he has that's faster. And so that's a bit of a
Yeah.
oopsie daisy.
Let's call mine. That's cool. Are you
Yeah,
EQ?
I
You
am
are
EQ, so thank God I was. Otherwise, I was about to lose.
Otherwise,
to
I
this
think
guy.
Call Mine Coco might
Yeah.
clean you up.
Yeah, and so I just have to keep this thing low for Greninja. And then Chansey can't really eat this because now I'm just gonna stay in an EQ, but it's faster than me, which is like, I think do I sack this? No, I get my regen. Go into Volcarona.
Smart. Always get your. And you don't need to sack things, unnecessarily.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get toxic.
No, he should have pressed toxic.
Yeah,
I think he does it this turn. He's like, oh yeah, I should have done that. But that's gonna be a little later now because I am boosted, and I think I roost.
You're fishing for the burn.
Me? No, I think I just wanted a little.
I
think I wanted a little bit of HP.
You kind of need to. You should. Yeah, you should be
I wanted a
doing
little bit more HP back. He should be basically spamming soft boiled because I can't.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing right now.
Like you don't need to chip this thing. You just need to outlive it. And then I get a really lucky crit there.
That crit didn't matter. You're +3.
Did the boost? It might have been a roll.
No, and he's burned, so like it didn't matter.
But he could have soft boiled there. I don't know. But now I'm just gonna shuriken and that'll clean up. So a couple misplays by Adam allowed me to recover from my big mistake of sacking Como early.
Yeah, definitely a lesson of like some cost fallacy.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep. Yeah, it was really
good. You go.
Yeah, it was a real big issue. Like identifying like when you can switch in and safely to a mon. Like when I had Greninja in here versus the Gliscor, like you have full HP Chansey. Like
yeah, there's
I'm not Ash form. Like my Hydro Pumps are gonna bounce off.
Even still, they bounce off.
Exactly. So that was a bit misplay there because like if Gliscor was still alive, then all of a sudden Diancie doesn't get to go on a big tear. Well, maybe it does. I don't know.
I mean, it still does, depending on like how he plays to getting HP back.
Yeah.
Like switching in, maybe if it's like protect Gliscor, then like you can protect, get a little chip, switch out into something else, do it again, and never die.
At the very least, you're up a sack. You don't want to.
Yeah, and also like the whole Diancie situation, because like you have Tapu Koko who outruns. Like you gotta go into that guy and
for sure,
do your thing.
Game two, I'm like, well, I'll bring the same guys and I just won't sack Como too early. So now Adam brings a different team, which I don't know where this is from. I don't know if it's a sample team.
This looks like something he's brought before.
Yeah.
I have no a little bit basis for this, but it also, I mean, it looks pretty strong.
Yeah, for sure.
It definitely looks a little weak to Tapu Koko, but granted, that's not here, so he doesn't have to worry about that.
That's true. Tapu Koko does kind of rip this team to shreds, like especially if Excadrill gets chipped.
Yeah. It's like I definitely see Rotom being really important for you.
Yeah, Rotom always very important. I don't know if Rotom even came out last game. I don't think it did.
I don't think it did.
So I Mega. Now I gotta get out of there. Here's Rotom. He goes for an SD really early, which like. I don't think that was the right play because now he's got to get out of there. But good on him for not staying in and sacking his guy. Because, once you boost, you don't have to stay in. Volt switch out into Tangrowth. T-Spikes go up. Kind of annoying. I don't really have removal for that. I have Defog on Rotom, which is what I'm going to have to do. Eat a Toxic on my Tangrowth, but like if someone's getting Toxic, I don't hate it being...
Yeah, I mean, you kind of... you could always try to make that play and go into Diancie.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna get poisoned because of the T-Spike down. So I really wanted to.
That's right. The T-Spike was down.
I wanted to defog it away, which I guess I probably should have did there, but I didn't want to get toxic on my Rotom. So I'm like, let me go back into this guy.
Yeah.
Now I'm in a position.
I definitely feel like you need to be playing more aggressive with your Diancie.
Yeah, it's like a tricky thing where it's like now it's like all right, now I can get my Rotom in and I can defog these T-Spikes away.
Yeah. Thankfully, you have that secondary option.
Yeah. I think that's my only removal in this. Oh, well, besides Magic Bounce.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that's 2. That's more than enough.
Yeah. Clef gets down to half. Now it's like, all right, Diancie time. Now, who's your Moonblast switch in? Oh, I get my rocks up. Never mind.
Honestly, I don't... Does it... No, it's definitely more. It seems more of a physically defensive Clef.
Yeah.
Just kind of the way that like the Rotom hits bounced off.
Yeah.
But I also don't know how invested your Rotom is. It looks to be defensive on this team structure, but
I think it is more defensive, but I don't really remember. I don't know what I'm doing here. Just hanging out with.
You gotta get out of there.
Yeah. Lose my lefties, which kind of sucks. But like, I gotta get these rocks off. I got Volcarona.
Yeah.
Take a lot of damage for my trouble. I don't know why I'm trying to 1v1 this thing.
Yeah.
I do a pin
right now,
split.
it seems like you're active. You're doing the same thing that we talked about last game, where it's just like, I have no reason to stay in, but you're not making any progress.
Yeah. So, I'd say here, do I try to pain split again? No, at least I didn't pain split there.
No, I'm surprised he didn't try to pivot on drill because the volt switch was super obvious.
Yeah.
Not that, okay, I take it back because extra drill is not volt breaker. I've been playing too much ORAS and I'm just kind of used to it.
Yeah, like so. paired with Tyranitar, it's safe to assume it's
Yeah, also just hard to see break through the Celesteela. That was crazy.
What, going hard into...
Going a hard Volcarona on like a Leech Seed or something?
I wasn't afraid. I was really fishing for the burn, I guess. What do I do here? Do I die? I do. Losing Rotom here is probably pretty bad.
That's really bad. Now Excadrill can kind of just...
I'm like, alright, it's time to try and break through with Como.
Yeah.
I don't know how much this does. I was like, please don't go Clefable on this turn. That would be tragic.
Yeah, this definitely seemed preemptive because you're just going to get hazed.
I'm just going to get Toxic.
Or maybe not.
I don't know if he had haze, but if he did...
T-Spikes, yeah, he wouldn't have that. That's interesting.
But yeah, so now I will get to do some damage with Como before he goes down. Like, Celesteela comes in. I do have CC.
Like, CC Drain Punch is cool.
Yeah.
Well, you're walled by Fairy so bad, that's really funny.
I know. So I get good chip on him, so now I can threaten, I pumped. I'm dead. No, it's a 2-hit KO.
Dark Pulse. Yeah, now you gotta hit pump. That's the thing.
That's fine.
And it's kind of hard. I don't see how Ashgrad doesn't just win the game here. Do you miss pump?
Maybe.
It's like...
Excadrill comes in, I'm like, oh, I'm just not gonna sack
you
my guy.
gotta go.
EQ is, yeah, this guy's pretty free on,
yeah. I feel like if you're Adam, you gotta start making plays here.
Yeah. I go Diancie here to sack to the Corkscrew.
The Zeke, that's a good play.
Yeah. It's like, Diancie, you've done your job. Then I go back to Tangrowth.
Okay.
EQ? Do I EQ here?
Works.
Yeah, I do.
Nice good mid-ground
good
play.
chip. Ice Punch doesn't kill.
Ice Punch, okay.
And I'm like, alright, let me just keep getting chip. I thought maybe I should have sacked Volk in this position. Like, why didn't I go Volk there? I just figured I had the game wrapped up here. He makes the correct play of saving his T-Tar for Sand. I missed 2 Hydro Pumps in a row.
Hydro Pumps.
Which is going to cost me the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep. So if I didn't miss those Hydro Pumps, I just win. Because I just, you know... I go out, I sack the Volcarona, come back in and shuriken the 61% guy and win. But Hydro Pump double missed on the ground.
Sucks.
So
if I miss this Hydro Pump, I will kill myself.
Yeah, so unlucky there on my part, but you know, that's Pokemon, I guess. So all going into game 3, I pull up with a new team. So this team is modeled after a famous Blunder Gen 7 team with Megazan.
So that's the Smogon Tour one, I think.
Yeah, so he won the big tournament with it. So I couldn't find the Pokepace, I didn't know where it was, so I was watching a video that he did with BKC recently where they talked about that and they played the game and then posted the replay, so I dissected his replay to try and get it as close as possible. It's a little different. Like, his had, I think, Steel Z Heatran, mine has Fire, I think.
Fire, yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, it's pretty close.
Yeah, and Adam's pulling up with the same team.
Yeah.
I can definitely see how, Tornadus looks incredible here.
Yeah. Actually,
you're just going to have to
funnily enough, I don't think Tornadus really does a whole lot in this game. I don't think he comes out until very late. Celesteela does a shit ton.
There's another guy that
I play kind of Weenie Hut Jr. in this set. Not gonna lie, there's
nothing wrong with that.
Leech Seed Protect, like, I'm just gonna try and chip everyone down.
Yeah,
Slowly,
that's kind of sometimes it's what you need to do. Get your is it T spikes? I think so.
Is mine T spikes? I forget. I think it's not. Maybe it is. Maybe I lied.
Damn, Mans doesn't have his whole team on lock.
I don't remember.
Let's go your Scald Burn because that would
Scald
be
Burn?
huge. You
Yep.
got it.
Got
Yeah,
it.
that is.
I was like, I knew I lived, so I'm like, only fish for it. I can always go Celestial later. DD on the, when you're burned, it's like, this thing's gonna do nothing to me.
This is another sunk cost.
Yeah, I'm like, well, give me
kind of
all
thing.
your souls, and you will die a slow death.
Mm.
Do I protect here? No, maybe. I do. I'm kind of bad for that.
Yeah, because like you're not threatened.
Yeah, I could have Leech Seed again.
Edge EQ Ice Punch.
Yeah. Dodge a burn there, which is nice. I take a sludge, which actually going to matter, I think, later in the Ditto, or versus Celestial later in a kind of stally thing.
Oh, not having its lefties.
Yeah. It doesn't change anything really, I don't think, but it does help.
Dude, you're getting every Skull Burn.
I did get another Skull
Turn
Burn.
the cheats off, dude.
I'm sorry.
Let Adam breathe.
I had to turn cheater mode on. Heatran, do I get my rocks up here? I think I do.
This is a pretty good rock turn. I don't really know when else you're going to be able to do it.
Yep.
There you go. Greninja's looking pretty threatening. Dark Pulse is relatively free.
We had Surf.
Or not.
Do I knock here? Should really double. No, I Giga Drain, which also was a good play.
I mean, isn't a bad play.
No.
It's like it kind of hits everything. Like if Celestial comes in, you can knock its lefties after. You're pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
The big thing is Sand is gone.
Rips his Corkscrew, which doesn't kill me, but will kill me after poison. So I actually lose Tangrowth here, which I was like kind of worried about. But I still have
thankfully
I have 2 of my Regenerator cores still, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're really not that weak to drill anymore now that the sand is gone, and also Mega Zam can just trace it, and you're fine.
It's true.
And with Tyranitar dead, but again, it being DD, doesn't have Pursuit. Like Zam can kind of, when it comes in, it can do a lot.
Yeah. So basically, all I have to do is like do my best to avoid giving Greninja Ash, and like I'm in a really good spot.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can just kind of sit here at Toxapex and.
Yep. I'm like.
Yeah. It's time for a high speed moment.
Yeah. So I think I I just go straight into this guy. So I'm like, let me get my Mega off. I need to do it. Do I Focus Blast here? I do, but I miss. I'm never rewarded for my good plays. But it's fine. I have Toxapex forever again on Gren.
Yeah.
I think I knock here. Nope, I double.
No, double back. I mean, that burn on Steela right now is...
It's so helpful.
It's super important.
That, like, we leech each other, and then I'm coming out of this ahead slightly. I doubled Heatran on the Protect. Protect there was kind of useless, right? Well, I guess he didn't want to get flamed. Never mind, that was good. That was decent Protect. Chip on this guy, but now I can come in on this guy so free because I trace Regenerator. So any chip I take, I just
Yeah, now you could just click the big moves.
Yeah. So I go for the double Psychic. I think maybe he was expecting me to over predict and go Gren, but I wanted Clefgon. I was willing to risk the Psychic.
Yeah, I think that's
because I have Celestial.
Ninja entering isn't the end of the world.
Yeah. So I guess I'm fishing for a burn there.
Yeah, you gotta get out of there.
I can go Heatran, because I know he's locked in the Dark Pulse. Now I'm like, oh, that did way too much damage. Let me go Celestial instead.
Yeah, let me make the correct play. Yeah, and also, I think that's a Rocky Helmet on Torn.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, so I was gonna say you almost had that guy, but you don't.
Yeah. Protect there just to be safe. I think I protect here again because I'm low. I do.
Yeah.
Trying to get all my souls back as much as possible. Presses Flame. I'm like, is he really trying to flame me? So I'm like, oh no, I go Torn. That's the safe mid ground. I was like,
I'm surprised we're not seeing Leech Seed. How many does he have left? They're out?
No, he has 14. He's got plenty.
Yeah, I think that's just I need to hit the damage button.
Yeah.
Of the thing in front of me. Now Heatran enters and
So I think he's being a little pressured here. I get my rocks back up, which is crazy. He flamethrowers on some big prediction.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
I Earth Power on some big prediction, but like
You guys are playing at an incredible speed.
Yeah.
You're both trying to play the game where it isn't just two
Yeah.
Toxapex sitting next to each other.
Which is like what it should
Which is
be
what
at
this is
point.
going to turn into sooner than later.
I go into Toxapex because I needed to get my regen there. That was the whole idea. Like I knew he was going to leech seed, but like I needed to get my regen. Flame.
So now Flame should pick
Flame.
up at this point.
Yep. Get my beast boost.
Boost.
Excadrill comes in. I'm like, this thing can't really do anything to me, so I think Adam realized that he made a bit of an oopsie. Which is going to be bad because it gives me another turn of leftovers. And this thing with Dark Pulse is going to bounce off now that I've...
If it doesn't crit, then like it's not happening.
Exactly. So now he's seated. Now I can just
protect. Crit or double flinch.
Yeah.
Triple flinch because you protect.
Right. Went for a double leech seed there because I thought I was going to switch. Now I'm
you know what's funny? You have not hit Greninja a single time, and he is at 26%.
I know. Get my souls. No burn. I got really lucky on dodging skull burns and hitting skull burns this game. And now all of a sudden I'm back to 64%. I'm like, well, let me get my my Zam in here, get regenerator.
Let me get my regenerator guy in.
If you burn me, that's fine.
You take
I pressed Focus Blast on some predictions.
Yeah, which like you don't need to do.
I don't need to
at this point
because like Greninja's at 26, he cannot come in anymore.
Excadrill's at 17.
Yeah, so he sacks this to get regenerator, I guess, and to get the switch into him.
You're also faster than this. You Shadow Ball.
No, but he has.
Or you
I
recover.
didn't want to hit the Water Shuriken. I sack the Heatran, give him Ash, which was like a crazy thing to do. Then I say, let me Toxic this thing. If I got flinched there, then all of a sudden I might just get reverse swept by this guy.
I was gonna say you might actually have to hit Focus Blast to win.
Yeah.
Tornadus is here, everybody. Please clap.
Tornadus, bye, Tornadus. I'm like, let me get my regenerator. Toxic, don't care. I can just press Psychic here, and he's at 8% Toxic in the back.
Yep.
And this is wrapped up.
Put a bow on it. It's over.
Getting his regen didn't matter because I could just Psychic. Oh no, I switch out.
I mean,
get my regenerator.
There's no point. Put a leech.
Yep. And so it's kind of stalled.
And now
it's a little longer than it needs to.
I think we know how this ends.
We sure do. He forfeits.
Look at that, and so did Adam.
So real fun, methodical set. It's one of my favorite things about Gen 7 is that like every turn.
Sometimes you just have to play Leech Seed, go into picks, knock the guy, Skull Burn the other person.
Yeah, it's all about making like incremental progress in your match.
Yeah.
So that's
it kind of mirrors the theme of the gen, where it's like you have your big finish move, and you need to use it strategically.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because there's all these fat fucks that don't die. So you gotta be gaming in order to get it done.
Yeah.
Speaking of gaming, I also played Gen 7.
Gen 7. So you're
so
with, Jelly Joe.
Pulling up with it was a pretty cool team. When we did our Gen 7 draft, I had Fini, Fairthorn, and Reuniclus. So these are guys I'm very familiar with.
That's a crazy three things to have.
I know. Tim and I made this team. Originally, we were thinking of using Mega Zam. But then Tim was like, Reuniclus is cooler. You should use that guy.
Fair.
So originally it was going to be Z move Reuniclus. But as we were starting to put the team together, we realized that was probably not going to be the right call. So team is built around him. So we got Mega Tyranitar. He's there to remove faster and like basically just remove psychic types.
Yeah.
Like Lotties, Slowbro, guys like that, because Reuniclus is rocking Calm Mind, Recover, Size Shock, and Focus Blast, so psychic types are a big problem.
Yeah.
So T-Tar kind of handles that. And then Fini and Ferrothorn kind of form the good defensive core. Ferrothorn gets the spikes down, which again pressures everything that comes in, because once Reuniclus starts setting up, it's really, really hard to deal with.
Yeah.
And Fini has, it's standard Fini. There's literally nothing to talk about with that guy.
True.
And then I got Choice Scarf Landorus just for revenge killing, speed control. It actually has HP Fire,
HP
which
Fire.
I don't think we see in this set.
Hmm.
But when I was laddering, I was really struggling with Mega Scizor
Ah, I see.
because like, sure, I have Volcarona, but like, if rocks are
If
down,
rocks are up, then it's
I
tough.
don't have
Yeah.
Volcarona.
no boots this gen. It makes it tough.
And David's
David's
team
team's interesting. It's Fat
is
Pups.
pretty much the perfect Reuniclus matchup I could have asked for because they're all relatively slow.
They are real slow.
And
yeah.
like I mean, Kartana is there, sure, but like I can set up on Chansey. Like Slowbro is but like once I get Slowbro out of the picture, like it's fine.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hard for him to actually remove
Yeah.
Reuniclus from the field.
Mm-hmm.
So just looking at the team preview, I knew this was going to be a longer set.
Yeah, a favorable matchup for you.
Yeah, definitely one I felt comfortable with. But if I let Ferrothorn go down, things were going to be tough.
Yeah, so you gotta be a little careful around that Magnezone then.
Yeah. So man, remember when I said I had HP Fire?
Yeah.
I want to click HP Ice so bad, but I don't have it. Which is very unfortunate.
Yeah.
So right here, these first couple of turns is kind of just me feeling out what David wants to do and how he wants to handle things.
Yeah.
And switching into Kartana is crazy.
Switching into Cart was an insane play. What?
Yeah.
A lot of
so I make the double, just to force Chansey in. So I know I have a pretty free Rocks opportunity.
That's good.
But he gets the Toxic, which is unfortunate because I don't have the... I go for Stone Edge, which is right now, it's not really making those optimal plays.
Yeah.
And right here, I fully expected him to switch, and he doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, I
could have removed Chansey on turn 7 and won the game by turn 20.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of doing the sunk cost fallacy where I'm just staying in and hitting buttons for no reason.
But you're dying, yeah. It's like he has way too many soft boils.
It just felt so bad. So I go for Calm Mind because again I want to see what this Magnezone wants to do. I realize, oh, that guy's got specs on.
Yeah, really.
And I hit Recover, just to kind of scout what he wants to do.
Yeah, kind of force the knock there, so you might as well get some chip on.
Yeah. So I also I know he wants to trap this Ferrothorn.
Oh yeah.
And I'm also trying to scout if it's Z move or not.
I guess.
And I actually Earthquake because after you turned on it every time.
Yeah.
I knew is this time he wasn't going anywhere. Yeah. He's so afraid of Ferrothorn at this point. That was good.
Yeah.
That was I spent 16 turns trying to get him to just let Magnezone stay in on Landorus.
Some long-term conditioning. We see it's actually
and here's the C move.
There.
Does way too much damage.
Yeah, for real.
But I know I can take one. So I go back to Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is free entry. Magnezone is gone. I don't have an item, but I can get some seeds, and I can start to lay some spikes. He's predicting my switch. I don't know why. I got nowhere to go.
Yeah, Ferrothorn can
I don't care. I don't care about Gliscor at all. This guy is a little scary. But I go the Leech because I know he's probably going to come in soon. But Landorus is pretty safe into it.
Yeah. I got that a lot.
And I lose my Scarf, which actually helps. So now I don't have to predict as much.
Yeah.
So I could just EQ for free.
No sucker there. Crazy.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised.
Wouldn't have killed, but still.
But now I can do this. See, it's good to not be locked in. And I'm like, yo, please don't burn me, and he does, because that's how Scald works.
It's true. 30% of the time, every time.
Every time. So another spike. I know he doesn't have a Z move anymore, but Kartana is still really scary.
Oh yeah.
And it is the Defogger, which is problematic. So I know, hey, knockoff is going to do a lot. And right here, I do the calc, and I see that I have a pretty good chance to live that, so I bet the game on it, and it worked out. Then I blow up.
Blow up for your troubles, yeah.
So that was fun. So I go Feeny, and I could taunt.
I was about to say, go Feeny here? But taunt makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, so I throw off the taunt, and I go into Tyranitar so I can get the sand. So if he just wants to click buttons, he can. But I really just want to get my rocks back up.
Yeah. Oh.
But then I realize, oh wait, that's a water type. I can't do that. I say, you know what? Spikes it is.
Yep.
He's got the beam.
Got
That will be
beam.
important later. So right now things are looking pretty good. I do still have Volcarona.
Yeah.
And Fairthorn is good to just kind of hang out here with the fat fuck.
Yeah, the burn is hurting your recovery, but
Yeah.
he can't do too much damage to you. I don't know why he scalded there on turn 30, 35. Because like, you would be dead at this point if he didn't.
At this point, I'm kind of just letting Fairthorn die.
Yeah.
But I go Phoenix, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Slack off is very realistic at this point. And also, again, Chansey's going to come in, so I can shut that down. See how much Moonblast does absolutely nothing.
Hilarious.
I kind of thought he would go back to Slowbro, and I don't I'm staying in because I'm just like whatever, and this kind of forces him to do something.
Yeah.
Because he's got taunt or he's got to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I taunt again.
Yeah.
It's because if Gliscor has defog or SD or something, that crit sucked a lot.
That's a big crit.
This Gliscor is quickly becoming a big issue because now I'm running out of ways to really deal with it because I don't know what it's going to do. But I do have Volk, so I go for the Quiver Dance. This is kind of a throw. It's not Quiver Dance time because this doesn't kill.
Oh.
And right there, I thought I actually threw the entire game.
Yeah,
so I go,
scary.
okay, I have to do Reuniclus stuff to win. So here we go. And strap in, we're gonna be here a while.
Reuniclus, go.
You can go to fast speed. This is pretty much how the rest of this game goes.
Boost, recover, don't get crit.
Yeah. Chansey dies, which is super nice.
Really nice, yeah. High Shock.
And High Shock does nothing. And here's an Ice Beam, and chat things are dire.
Oh no.
He's got Future Sight.
Yeah.
However, David Click Scald, which thaws you out.
He didn't want to win. He didn't want to win like that, I guess. Or
he didn't want to win like that.
It does that.
So it's time to boost. And he's got Fish for Ice Beam freezes.
Yep.
And I gotta get to +6.
Yep. But at this point, it's looking like Reuniclus has this in the bag.
Unlucky freezes and Gliscor crits.
Yeah, notwithstanding.
But
then you realize Focus Blast does way more
much damage.
So
oh, okay, that's cool.
One. Oh, or just
big crit, kind of. That's just sped the game up because now I'm like, okay, if I hit, but I never would in my life.
You got hit 2 in a row.
And now I'm like, this is risky.
Yeah. But then,
thankfully, I get the roll, and Gliscor is
going to die to Side Shock.
Is still annoying, but it took him out.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Reuniclus gets to +6 and
methodical.
Yeah.
And then
so this is one of my favorite teams, Mega Glalie, along with what I call the Big Four, and I can kind of break that down a little bit.
Sure.
But going in, I knew I needed to switch it up. So I said, you know what? Teams with Brian Hepp always do when the backs are against the wall. Rain. So I picked the team with Rotom Wash that I was comfortable with, and look what it is. It's a rain team.
It is. Yeah, Rotom Wash looks incredible in this.
Yeah. So this Big Four structure, the middle 4 Pokemon, Rotom, Heatran, Landorus, and Kartana. If you pair them with any 2 breakers, it's a good team. It'll work fine.
Yeah.
Like you can pick your favorite guys. You can pick funny dudes like Mega Glalie, or you could put real Pokemon like Ashgren and like Lele, who's here.
Right.
And Scarf Kartana looks crazy good into this team.
Oh, it sure does.
Especially with the terrain support, because otherwise Ashgren, which as you can see, this team does not have a good switch into at all.
No, it doesn't.
Is very, very scary.
Yeah. Looking at David's perspective, it's like Ferrothorn's going to be very important to keep around. So you have to be careful not to sack that too early. Keep it healthy, and then if you can get Ashgren online, it's going to go stupid.
Yeah. So I kind of have to play the game of not letting Ashgren hit the field freely.
Yeah.
So I lead Glalie,
Mhm.
and I'm just like, you know what? I wanted to explode on the
Yeah.
first turn, but I didn't. I'm glad.
I
I'm
mean,
glad I didn't.
60% on Swamp. Turn
Yeah.
1 is pretty good.
So now here comes the spin cycle.
Yeah.
This is Heatran's only
Power
job. I don't know why
is
he didn't
crazy.
spike, but I know Rotom Wash is really scary. But here's where I almost throw the game completely because I forget Manaphy's ability.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this.
This is pretty stupid.
I remember watching this in Toxic. I'm like, what is Matt doing?
It's like, oh shit, right? I'm dumb,
Yeah.
but like I don't need Heatran,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna hit him.
I think the second tail
And-
blow was unnecessary there.
It was. I knew he was gonna do it. I guess it's the VV David brother combo.
Yeah.
I know
Gotta get to plus
VV's
6.
getting a +6, so I figured David would too.
Yeah. And so Heatran,
Don't need Heatran.
Heatran did
Bye
forever.
bye.
Kartana gets come in
Kartana.
and Wrench Kill, I guess.
I don't know why Ferrothorn didn't come in.
Yeah, I was like, where's Ferrothorn? Like that's the freest Ferrothorn of all time.
Yeah. 'Cause I have to keep him honest.
Yeah.
Here's Glalie. Glalie's in.
Yep.
It's time to click buttons.
You
He also stays in.
Yeah. Okay, trying to get
This
his
is a
Mega Gun.
roll to kill. Waterfall.
Yeah.
And I don't want to risk it.
But you
because
got a little
Glalie
liable.
is-
Rotom Wash takes 20.
Yeah, and I go, why am I thinking I
yeah,
could just
you
do this?
have the anti. Are you
So I
Citrus
throw
Berry, I
Pump.
guess?
Wiki Berry.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Again, I just can put Ferrothorn in the spin cycle.
Yep.
Here's Tapu Lele,
Yep.
and this is a pretty free turn to throw off Z fighting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Pelipper is healthy, but.
Yeah, because like Pelipper doesn't switch in, Manaphy would die.
Mm-hmm.
Tornadus could, and Swampert's not coming in.
No.
And I realized from his set and from the damage I was doing that he was bulky and I'd be faster and he would die.
Yeah.
So now Lele can kind of just run a train.
Yeah, Lele is going crazy right now. Gotta get out there, though,
I
but
must
got
be going.
29%.
Which does not put me in the range.
Doesn't knock you into your berry, but
No,
then it gets a
I think I
little...
flinch.
No, you just
No, I
miss
missed
either.
pump. That's it.
But,
Which I'm like, oh, this stinks.
yeah.
And I double the Landorus, and I'm like, this is If I was like, if he goes for Water Shuriken, then I have Lele to block it. But he only
And
gets
then
2.
you just get lucky, because you only got 2 hits, which
Yeah.
is a...
And then I go Kartana. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? He's locked into.
Yeah.
This move. And I'm like, oh, I'm actively throwing the game. Hurricane does a lot.
Yeah, no,
Side
Confusion is
doesn't
pretty
kill.
good.
Start to sack Landorus. I'm like, oh, this is great. I am the dumbest man alive.
Yeah, but no rain means you get
Kartana gets kill.
Yeah. So now you gotta go Bumbo if you're David again.
Yeah, it has to be Pelipper because I still have terrain, so you can't go Gren.
Yep. So
Take
you
another
another
KO.
kill. And now you can go.
So you can pause here.
Oh.
So I was I could have easily just stayed in. But I was afraid he would have superpower.
Right.
And I kind of had to scout for that.
We talked about this turn. EQ
Yeah.
doesn't kill, right?
EQ doesn't kill, but if he crits, then I pretty much lose the game to Ashgren.
Right.
So it's like, as easy as it is to just click the move that's in front of you, this is an example of, hey, you have to then take a look at the situation in the game and go, yeah, I can't do that move, even though I really want to,
It's like, is
because
there
it's easy.
a better way to lock in the win? Yeah.
Like, do you want to win 90% of the time, or do you want to win 100% of the time?
Right. It's like you can just go Rotom here, and like, or sack Glalie, honestly.
Or sack Lily, yeah.
Which is what you do, right? Yeah.
I do sack Lily.
Yeah, because Glalie doesn't need to do anything.
He goes to Ice Punch.
Oh, so it's not even a sack. Well, it's a sack.
I mean, yes, it is.
So
now I can go Kartana, and now I know, okay, he has Ice Punch. It's not superpower.
Yep.
These are odds I have to play.
Yeah.
Because Rotom is a little low. And I kind of need...
Yeah, but you
So,
go
like,
Lele,
I can go Lele.
turn off the ability to outspeed with Water Shuriken, and now you just, it's really played, yeah.
Yeah, what percent was Rotom at? It was,
He's at 59.
he could have, but then I have to hit Pump.
Yeah, that's true.
And honestly, like, the chances of getting frozen was lower than missing Pump. So I was like, I'm gonna play my odds here.
No, yeah, I think you played it well in the end game.
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff from David, who I
Yeah.
don't think has much experience in Gen 7. You know, picked it up and played it
They
quite
play well.
So real good sets.
Once again, don't make teams that lose to Road and Wash. Okay,
Yes,
stop playing Rain,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, Red and Wash is too good to ignore. All right, so now we're moving on to our next set, or our next format and set, Gen 3 OU ADV. And so here on my team, we sent JT in here, who enjoys ADV a lot more than I do. Versus what appears to be Bannon. We kind of figured Bannon would be the one playing because he likes the older gens, ADV specifically. And so it's been a while. It's been a minute, so I don't exactly remember everything that JT brought. But we see Metagross lead into getting full power at turn 1. That Thunderbolt did a lot of damage, so I think this
that's
is
choice band.
Offensive Metagross, yes, choice band. Well, I think to keep it. Cloisters, I guess, pretty easy.
That's a crazy switch in.
Yeah, it's like, what if you just rock? Well, I mean, it's pretty safe to assume that Aerodactyl's banded, right? Because they're all banded.
Yeah.
Gets blown up on there.
Well, going into Swampert was probably not the way to go.
Yeah. Blowing up with Shiftry on the half health paralyzed Metagross also probably not necessary. But
Yeah.
we know Bannon. He likes to blow up. So. JT
seems to be fishing for a Rock Slide miss.
Rock Slide miss, or trying to catch an explosion. Or maybe trying to sub down to Swarm. I don't know.
Maybe Swarm, but even still, like.
Yeah, but he goes before being in Swarm. I think he's Sub Punch.
I think so.
So he doesn't have like CC or superpower or whatever.
That seemed like an unnecessary use of. And I don't know why. Why you focus punch?
It probably, I don't know, actually.
I don't know. You have Rocks. Rock Slide is right there.
It's true. Surf for Chip. Yeah, he blows up. And now Aerodactyl versus the World. T-Tar is going to be a pretty good thing to bring in against Aerodactyl.
See, he's going to lock into EQ. T-Tar got Rock Slide. And if the last was a Levitator, it didn't matter anyway.
True. I don't remember what the last was. JT can let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
All right. It's going into game 2. Looks like JT brought the same team. Bannon bringing a different team with Skarmory lead. Skarm and Celebi. JT doing what he does best, which is pressing substitute.
Oh, yes.
So chip and freezes. It's lucky.
Big.
But natural cure, switch out. JT going into T-Tar. Is this DD-Tar? I don't remember. I think it is.
Looks like Coma. Yeah, DD-Tar.
Kind of trying to use it to break early,
Double.
I guess. President twice is crazy. But he's going to...
I get it. I mean, I guess
out.
you could...
Probably the +1 doesn't kill.
Yeah.
But...
and then you outrun... Okay, you know what? Never mind. JT made the correct play.
You know
correct.
Yeah. Second Doug Trio was a bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
So you have a 100% Skarmory. Like, maybe that can hang out. This T-Tar has...
Yeah, Skarmory literally can come in and click Roar.
Yeah.
I don't know what John's doing. We're just intimidating.
He's trying to intimidate Cycle. This thing has HP Bug, which is funny.
They all have HP Bug.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
even neutral Rock Slide is gonna kill.
John, what are you doing?
Like, where is Skarmory?
Please go into Skarmory.
He's at 100%.
Oh no, it's I know why he's not. It's the stupid HP Ground lore set that's very bad. Yeah, don't use that set. It's a noob trap. Like, actually, like, it's stupid dumb.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I care about my friends. Don't run HP Ground Max Speed Skarmory.
For real.
It's time to blow up with Cloister.
Bye.
And it's time to blow up with Metagross.
Yep.
Yep.
HP Ground, wow. And that's that. Swift 2-0.
We still didn't see JT's last.
Yeah, so.
Assuming it was the same team. But
it was. I forget what I don't remember who the last was. But on the other side of SAPA PL, we have Frank versus Chester in Gen 3. And so this game 1 is pretty funny.
This is a funny game.
Um,
Frank's team
yeah.
was one I had in my builder. I told him this would be a good one to bring because I didn't know because Chester's new to Pokemon,
Right.
like literally in general. So I was kind of like, listen, Jinx is kind of a guy that if your team isn't built the best, then
It
Jinx
doesn't
can
treat
literally
well
just run
against.
you over.
Yeah.
Like you think about like you have to have your rock resist. Like a lot of them, it's like Metagross, Jirachi here.
Mhm.
Jinx can kind of just bowl you over.
Yeah.
However, Chester's clicking metronome,
He's clicking
so
metronome.
everything is out the window.
Yeah. So
And
what's
Thunder.
going on? Metronome, Thunder, Gengar, Metronome, Tri Attack. Funny. Snorlax has Shadow Ball and is going to erase Gengar from the planet. And here's Blissey. Wonder what Blissey's gonna do. Press Toxic. Oh no.
Lucy's going to blow up.
And now
Bye-bye.
Blissey is dead. So things are looking quite dire on Chester's side. But he gets a good...
The switch to Doug was crazy.
Yeah.
Frank, what are you doing?
Metronome.
You have Metagross. Brother.
Oh, and then we saw Sheer Cold in the chat live, and we freaked out, but then unfortunately it missed. And
Frenzy Plant, this Snorlax is on an incredible streak.
Yeah. Snorlax, bro, you gotta get your eyes checked.
Here's Hitmonchan.
Here's Hitmonchan. He gets a lucky Fire Punch burn, which allows him to live and not a Meteor Mash. Very cool.
Yeah. He's got Detect. Get the burn chip.
Yeah, I got the burn chip.
Yeah, it's
12% in this gen. It's big.
Yeah.
Metronome into Quick Attack is unlucky.
Yeah.
And so now we're down to the last Mon, and it's Celebi. Celebi goes for Substitute. Excellent play. Ancient Power doesn't get the boost.
Oh, this is a very fast Celebi.
Yeah. Boost?
Boost? No boost.
On for it. Goes behind Sub.
And Frank's gonna blow up.
And then Subs again.
Metagross is gonna probably blow up into
Blows
Celebi.
up. And then what is the last? It's Suicune. And all of a sudden, oh no, it's looking kind of shice. Then Celebi
Except
switches
it's
the Metronome.
almost. If
Slackbur?
he's speed, does he have Recover?
No. Metronome into Sub. And so yeah, it was that was crazy to watch live. It was a
It's funny if that Celebi actually had Recover and was like a real Celebi.
Grass move, yeah.
Like,
because this Suicune did not have Ice Beam.
Chester, they'd probably win the end game. To
Yeah.
be honest.
So very funny stuff.
That's silly. Very funny. Yeah.
Yeah, Frank, you would have never heard the end
game.
of it.
Our second game. You can tell by nickname, I made this team.
Yes. There's 12
This
bricks.
is 12 bricks, my beloved.
Yeah.
Up against the Metronome squad. We're clicking buttons.
Yeah. Hitmonchan does not get the Fire Punch burn this time, so he will die to this, and so this one goes much more swiftly.
Yeah.
We'll kill the Snorlax.
Can take 3 guys.
Necessary, maybe not, but like speed things along. Toxic to the Snorlax.
He's never learned
time.
a single time.
Yeah.
Deja vu. And cheers, mixed mints. That's me. Good crit.
Crit probably mattered.
Celebi
in the real world.
Crit probably mattered.
But like in the grand scheme of
if
things.
it didn't have Ice Punch, then it didn't matter at all.
Yeah. Celebi is making an uproar.
We ain't got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, no, ain't shit to talk about. So congrats, Frank.
Yeah.
Swift
on to the next one.
On to the next one. So now we have Gen 5 UU, our next format. And so.
Already gone.
Yeah.
My boy.
Yeah. So here we have a team that we kind of helped Izzy put together. JT did most of the team building help with him because I don't really know how to build this format. I know Victini's good. I know Darmanitan's good. Beyond that,
I mean,
what's going on?
So it looks like you got a Firewater Grass.
Yeah. Rose Raid. That's a signature JT mon. So
true. And Crispy Will's got the double bug, double water.
Yeah. This is
this
exactly
is certified
like
Crispy Will.
Yeah, if I had to guess the 6 mons that he brought, I'd probably get at least 5 of them right. So we got a little bit to talk about with this game one. Lucky Megahorn missed there. Let's protect. I don't know. This Megahorn is gonna kill. This thing only does banded Megahorn, right? That's like all it does.
That's all it does.
So
And even if you don't know that,
yeah. So this is where we have to figure things out. This thing is bulky. Like we gotta have the calculator open when we're playing this game. But most importantly, this thing is very obviously banded now. You have the Fizz Death Zapdos that can come in. It has Heat Wave, which is quad effective against Escavalier. You can just go straight into that, right? And then Will has to switch out. Instead, EQ doesn't kill, and Megahorn is super effective against your Crocodile until you've lost another Pokemon before bringing in your Zapdos. Right? And so, like, you're down a Pokemon, for no reason. HP Grass is pretty cool there.
yeah. But Izzy does do good nicknames though. These are all banger songs.
Nickname game on point.
Yeah. Gameplay has not been.
No, yeah.
Oh, Jason Derulo. Not. This is not a Tom DeLonge reference. My Ed.
That's tough.
Sorry. It's okay. Next time. Curse Snorlax looks really, really threatening right now.
Yeah. Especially when you're a physical attacker. Yeah. So really not much to do in this situation because this thing is definitely rest.
Yeah, it would not be staying in.
So, like, it's gonna press rest this turn. Like, you can switch into what? That's a great question.
Something.
Maybe Zapdos. I don't know.
Not a lot. This is a very Snorlax weak team, but it's better than clicking Earthquake with.
Yeah, it's like even crits. You need like 3 crits in a row, maybe. Yeah, and so
you could super crit every move.
Yeah. Intoxicating again. It's
Gonna go to bed again.
Go to bed. You gotta break through it somehow. I don't think that's actually gonna be doable.
Yeah, we really get to talk about some cost, huh?
Yeah, I feel like
look at that! Wow, we could have gone into
while I was asleep, maybe get 2 of those and do something. But
now go into look at that. No,
that Roost is insane. But now I guess to go back to sleep. Thunderbolt is 23.
Okay, I wouldn't have killed, but still, you at least crit fish.
Yeah, I think you had to. Because now it's gonna wake up, it's gonna body slam you.
Then you're gonna die. That crit didn't matter. If this Victini is special, okay.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, so a couple misplays early that we can learn from, but ultimately I think once this Snorlax got going, it was there's really nothing to be done. Yeah. So game 2, shake it off.
Right,
Will brings a different team.
Let's learn,
despite his success. Get your rocks up. That's fine. Drotagon doesn't really do much else.
Yeah, he clicks outrage.
Yeah. Unlucky crit.
Big crit. That was huge, actually.
Yeah.
Stop going into your ground. Things weak to the moves.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
McTee's gotta get out of there. No, I actually ate that up, which is crazy. But
why was he turning on the rock type?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Okay, we gotta kill.
We have Swampert, Swampert can
we just watched ADV, and we know.
Yeah. But there's a good Swampert switch in, which is nice.
There we go.
Yeah, so now we're doing it right. Bronzong pretty free into here unless you have Hydro Pump or Scald. Okay.
Speaking of like the last interaction, right? Like, probably should have been clicking Scald over Tox, like kind of just burn it and then just stalling it out until it rests and then trying to crit fish.
Yeah, definitely better than pressing EQ, which it was at +4 defense.
Yeah.
Explosion.
Oh, is it Sharpedo time?
Oh, that's the right play, I guess, because like Sludge Bomb is super free.
Sludge Bomb is super free.
Sludge
Bomb is still super free.
Sludge Bomb is extremely free. Stalling out your own poison. There's really nothing to be done here.
No, it was the correct play.
Oh, yeah, no, you're still not screens.
That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah, that's fine. But
Setting
let's
up
see.
Victini, be create,
Oh, crit mattered.
did kill. Crit definitely did not matter. That's Victini.
To reflect? I don't know.
Dude, that's a 180 base power move.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
But now it's Sharpedo time. Mr. Endgame
It's
himself.
Sharpedo time. Dude, we went on the end game.
Yeah. Talk about it a lot.
Oh, it's physical. It's not special.
Yeah. Is that what they run? They run special?
Dark Pulse and Hydro Pump are very strong.
I guess that's true.
No flinch. Sharpedo does not get it done. However,
No.
you know who is still here? This guy.
Mr. Victini.
But has he really pulled this one back?
Yeah, no, this came down much closer.
As this Scarf
so
figured out,
she-
it might just be.
It is
However,
not.
if the
Oh, this
Darmanitan is Scarf,
Yeah,
which it is,
it is. And so
it's
that's gonna
gonna clean
be
the
a wrap.
game.
Yeah. Yeah, so
almost.
came down pretty
If that was
close.
Scarftini,
Yeah.
Scarftini. So
So, yeah. Yeah, game two played a lot better. Yeah. I don't know how to talk about this format too much. I don't really know much about it. Like the intricacies of it. But yeah, good stuff from Will. He likes this format a lot, so
yeah, this is his tier.
yeah.
We got Tim and Lily.
Tim and Lily. Is that right?
Yeah, you can go ahead. Let
Oh
this
yeah,
one
yeah,
play.
this is
So,
right. Yeah.
Tim wanted to use Porygon Z, so we put
Oh,
some
yeah.
guys in. I gotta be honest. Every time I try to build this tier, I think I figure it out. It's just not. It doesn't click in
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I can't wrap my head around it too well either. It's weird. But
like it's funny because it's not too different from DPP
yeah.
in that sense. But
Well, anyway,
yeah, we
Porygon
could
Z's
jump
here.
into this.
Yeah, let's play. Meloetta is a Pokemon that is in this tier apparently that I did not know about.
I think it's RU actually.
That's crazy. Sub-Zap, Sub-Roost. That's good on the Toxic. HP Ice, that's good. U-turn doesn't break sub. This looks like a pretty good position.
Yeah, Zapdos is in a good spot to
Yeah,
start this game.
just drop a T-Ball, do some chip. Hyper Voice doesn't go
This is
through
before
sub.
the sound moves
Yeah.
go through sub.
Hyper Voice, that did a lot. But you got the kill on Mellow.
I think you sub and then you T-Bolt.
In that position, probably. But you can roost on this because that did no type of damage. HP Ices seem pretty free. You can roost off this. Oh,
Tim's better. He's better.
Tim
He's
might
better.
be better, yeah. Roost, I think Psychic is only a roll to break sub. Yeah, see,
It is.
right there, which is crazy. And so,
So
Clay,
Zapdos is really starting this
Yeah, why is Claydol like sitting in here? It is not winning this. You just sub for free. And Zapdos.
Why hasn't Umbreon come in 15 turns
Yeah,
ago?
because like this Zapdos can do nothing to Umbreon. This Thunderbolt's going to bounce off. Yeah.
Yep.
And so now Zapdos has got to get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Steel still resists Dark, I guess, in this gen. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the last gen.
Okay. Those
Steel
six- those
Resist,
six when I
Dark
did
Ghost,
that.
yeah.
Okay. Really getting the rocks up is good. It's going to make Zap's life a little harder to switch in freely. Tin, Bronzong cannot beat Gligar. Toxic on predicting a switch is not a bad play. Toxic U-turn Roost. EQ, maybe? I don't know what his last move is, but maybe it's not EQ. But don't want to eat the Ice Beam, so that's good on Lily's part.
Yeah, this
Taunt the
Umbreon
that's always
is
good.
immovable.
Yeah. Taunt helps, but... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and if there's anything about Tim, is he hates Wish Pass.
Yeah. I get it. It is It is annoying to deal with. Umbreon's gotta get
Also,
out of there.
really good turn to just click Mega Horn.
Yeah.
And I think that lost the game.
It's
Not Mega Horning.
yeah.
Even though like Gligar was there,
But,
Lily
like,
definitely messed up.
Gligar resists both, right? So like,
yeah,
might as well Mega Horn. Kind of crazy for Lily to not go Gligar in that position.
yeah, I don't know what she was thinking.
Yeah. You get your Zapdos back to full, which is nice. Like you can sub
you
here,
can sit
but, like,
here and sub, but like
should...
again, Umbreon will come in.
So you think you got the double in that position, maybe? Oh, big crit,
I'm going
though.
for the crits,
But
and he's like,
you know,
finally, I did it.
Is coming out here, yeah.
Yeah. And you can tell this. He was just like, I'm done. It's like mentally, Tim is a great player.
Yeah.
But his mental is fragile. When you break the mental, it all falls apart.
Yeah, I get that though. Because, like, what do? Like, you can't break this Umbreon. It's with Heracross. It's just gonna go Gligar. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's real tough. Like, you gotta try and maybe get a Toxic on Umbreon or something. But even then,
even though it's got a synchronized, but yeah.
T-waving this guy. Unfortunately, he has Shed Skin, so he will shake it off there. Now Scrafty is positioned to break through. Maybe just sweep at this point. You got Zapdos, right? So Zapdos can probably live. Crunch. No, I lied. Never mind. Yeah, so this is a wrap, I think. Munch. Drain Punch for good measure. Get your souls back. But yeah, Scrafty is
Crafty's gonna clean. Yeah.
So that's tough. That's a really really strong defensive backbone here with Umbreon Gligar. That
yeah, you just kind of dance around until it's time for the guy to come in.
Yeah, maybe Porygon Z could have gotten in and done something against the Umbreon.
I don't know, dude. Like, I feel every time, because like Porygon Z is a very popular Pokemon.
Yeah.
This guy sucks.
I know. I love him too. I really try to
like
make him
it's
work.
not good.
No, he just can't get it done.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of team, I made this one.
Yep.
This is a funny. I'm about to call it Hatterene.
Yeah.
Funny. Miss Magius.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. He's got Heal Bell. It's more defensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
I think this is Scarfed Shaman.
Scarf Shaman? Okay.
Yeah.
I like Scarf Shaman.
With Healing Wish. So the idea is like you just get like you do 2 Suicunes or 2 Snorlaxes. But I think it's also SD. Is it SD Heracross? It might be SD Heracross. Yeah, Rhyperior, also super cool guy.
Yeah. Staying in on the water type is pretty brazy.
Yeah.
But, Mismag, Shadow Ball is pretty free here. Oh, never mind.
As you can see,
nothing.
very defensive and
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you can Shadow Ball.
however, there is still a Scrafty.
Scrafty is annoying to deal with, surely. DD looks kind of scary.
Yeah, but however, Heracross is here. And well, Lily has Cofagrigus,
Yep.
so that guy
just
is
the
very
best
scary.
Pokemon versus Heracross of all time.
True.
But Tim
staying in,
sacking
sus.
that when you have Rhyperior or Suicune, Snorlax.
And Snorlax,
Yeah.
and like every other Pokemon on the team.
Scrafty. Just going for straight crunch. Scrafty is not leftovers, so maybe it's like banded or scarfed or something. I don't know. Yeah, Mega taking half. But it is EV correctly, so shout out Lily for doing that properly so you get 2 switches with rocks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keeping Suicune alive, like that. Sacking
This outrage is gonna hit hard.
Yeah.
Again, you have Rhyperior. I think if you go Rhyperior, then you can potentially handle Cofagrigus because you have the Shadow Ball for it.
Right. Not getting a Seed Flare drop there, unfortunately, because I think you would have killed the second one if you got it.
Yeah, definitely would have.
Which would have been nice.
But Snorlax is not going to be able to break through Cough.
No.
Despite popular reports.
Yeah, this guy looks positioned quite well, and this was, you know. So what is this? Curse, Rest, Return. Shadow Ball? Maybe? Guess be fighting from Cough, though. Oh, EQ. Yeah.
And HP fight, and this game is pretty much over.
Yeah, it's not looking good. +2 Cough. It's gonna do. Shaman, maybe?
Shaman can definitely make things happen.
Like, Seed Flare will Revenge, maybe?
That was not correct.
You're trying to make a double, right? Because like on the switch to Zatu.
Oh, Zatu, yeah, I bet it's Zatu. Yeah, never mind.
So I think that was fine. But
well, it seems cool to let Cough die.
Yeah, we're figuring that Flygon can clean up in the end.
And never getting a para, ever.
Yeah.
And not switching into Coon. What percent is Coon at?
35.
I feel like you gotta just go into Suicune and just chip the Zatu down, and then just hope you win the speed tie with Shaman, and then you can beat Flygon.
Yeah, perhaps. But now it's just gonna be
but now,
one Outrage.
Yeah. Like definitely some oopsie daisy plays from Tim.
Yeah.
But I think.
But
yeah, I don't know. I think Lily definitely could have. She got sloppy at the end.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there were some misplays, I think.
Yeah.
But was able to.
I think letting Swampert wasn't that useful. In this game, so that was, you know, but Mega definitely could have been a lot more threatening, especially if you kept trying to put more pressure on Rhyperior. And of course, like Snorlax is never going to be a threat. You have Cough.
Yeah, forever. Yeah. But good stuff. So now we move on to Gen 9 doubles. So Jordan was our fighter here. And we had to fight recent doubles OU season winner, David, who brought his playoff team.
He brought his playoff team.
Yeah. And so it's like, I should have been like, Jordan, we have the Poké Paste for this.
Literally.
Yeah, so we know all about this team. AV Malamar, Banded Tauros, you know, Psychic Seed, Ursaluna. Jordan wants to bring the Yowie brothers plus the family of 4.
The Allied brothers.
Yeah. And then I guess tacked on here we have a bit of a Sun Core with Lily Cole and Raging Bolt. So
I can smell your influence on all of these teams. They keep put the Raging Bolt away. I'm tired of seeing him.
No, he's good.
Just like.
Yeah, Torkoal lead. Helping Hand into Incineroar.
At -1.
-1 is kind of crazy, but going to try and just erase.
It worked.
It did work. Torkoal got switched out with the eject button. I think that was supposed to be eject pack because it has overheat. And so
I think so too.
Maybe putting the wrong move on there. Oops. After you for knockoff.
Banded Tauros is kind of weak sauce.
He's intimidated.
Oh, where's Rillaboom?
Yeah, I think you needed
Jordan,
to change
no!
the psychic terrain
What are
there.
you doing?
Now Mousehold's dead. They have to own it up. No. Too little,
Fake
too
out
late,
Rillaboom,
so
kill Chungus.
Yeah. David, not realizing he should try to win the terrain war. Solar Blade comes out, which is
Solar Blade,
cool.
Rillaboom, things I've never seen before.
Yeah. Snarl, clean it up. And the Raging Bolt go.
Damn, imagine if that
turn to hold on.
got a boost.
Torkoal doesn't get poisoned.
Torkoal coming in a little too early.
Yeah, a little too early though.
Unfortunately, Yeah.
But now since Weezing left, gets to set the sun up. So, funny things happening here. Helping Hand into Raging Bolt to drop a Draco to kill the bear, but probably just not going to be enough left in the tank. Real Boom will not get to set up his terrain because of stupid fucking Weezing.
Jordan doesn't realize that.
Pokemon. I hate him so much. Weezing Galar, it's a piece of shit.
That
Look
guy
at him getting
like
poisons. Like,
beef.
fuck this guy. Yeah, and that's gonna be that.
The Terra Fairy into the poison type is crazy.
It's fun.
Oh, he's alive.
And gets it confused. Yeah, fuck you, Weezing Galar. You are not my friend. Yeah, I hate that guy. Yeah. So going into game 2, Jordan bringing the same
Mono
team.
Fire.
David pulls out this Mono Fire team, which I think was in his builder from maybe a previous PL. But Chi-Yu is here. That mon is crazy. How is he legal? I don't know. Volcanion's also here. I love that guy. So this looks like a bad position for Lilligant, but Terra's Waters, which is neat.
Wheat Scent.
Oh, that was the whole idea. Is that they didn't want to run wide glasses on Mousehold, so they did like Sweet Scent defog bullshit. But Mousehold has died immediately in both games, so unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah. Tailwind up, so you're just slow, and then we see Coaching come out, which is insane.
Just, I've never seen such an offensive Incineroar.
Yeah. Oh, Ogrepon died. Canyon here. Rillaboom looks like the worst mon ever versus David's team.
Yeah.
Knock off to
and things are looking very dire.
Yeah, it's not looking great. Logan coming in here, not getting E-speeded, which maybe the thing's banded. I don't know. Or it doesn't have
Maybe.
E-speed.
Yeah, he's banded. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, no.
Alright. Yeah, there's E-speed. Oh, and Thunderbolt coming out. But with that Tailwind, it's going to be a little too late, because now Chi-Yu can press Chi-Yu Blast very fast in the sun. Although, Thunderclap? Thunderclap? No. Never mind. Thunderbolt? Quite Torkoal? Helping Hand, Thunderclap the Arcanine? No. Thunderclap the Arcanine there, I think Jordan wins.
I think... Does it kill?
Oh, wait, E-Speed goes before Thunderclap, never mind. Wait, no, he Head Smash, though.
Head Smash, yeah.
Yeah, so, no, yeah, I think
Maybe.
you Thunderclap the Arcanine there and you win. So a bit of a misplay there. But that's gonna be the game.
Yeah. Close.
Yeah.
Closer than the first one.
For sure. Yeah, Mousehold really not getting to play the game here. Unfortunately, in doubles, Mousehold's job is either follow me, friend guard, or pop bomb your Archaludon to boost him. That's about all he does. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but...
I have a lot of questions, and I don't want the answers to them.
Is one of the questions, why is Stantler here?
Honestly, no.
Oh.
I see what he's Eviolite, Intimidate, Trick Room. Sure. Like, that's a guy you could bring in a draft league and have some value.
Yeah, this is not
the answer is, why is everything weak to dark?
Good question.
Play the replay.
I don't have an answer.
I don't want to look at them all standing in a line anymore.
So Vivi had some very funny tech that she was trying to get to work, but unfortunately, L plus ratio plus icy wind
Plus
dragon
Hulkus,
small.
Draco.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
very quickly things are going poorly, and then
Oh,
revival
and
blessing into Stantler, so Stantler's back.
I'm surprised that we didn't see Icy Wind into Dragon Energy again.
Honestly, it was pretty free. I don't know. Maybe Hall was shook by the mons that he was seeing. Anyway, there goes Lunar
Now,
Dance.
this is just a team made to just die over and over again and bring people back to life.
And Houndstone Last Respect gets to 10 million, kind of.
Percent, yeah.
But there was this funny tech. So Stantler has skill swap.
Mhm.
So there was this big plan to skill swap chain Dancer from Oricorio onto one of Hall's mons, and then press Lunar Dance with Cresselia, which would have Hall's
kill
mon
itself.
kill itself. Yeah. Anyway, so much for Last Respects.
Yeah. I have to pay respects.
Anyway, Chempao D Knight on Hall's side. Yeah.
Chempao D Knight. I mean, look, Mr. Hall brought a good team of Pokemon
He did.
together.
Those are all very strong.
And they're gonna do it. Here they go.
There they go. Goodbye,
There they
Arcane.
go.
Allmont versus the world. Wait, Alpha Sash.
I just pulled my blood. Watch
Oh
out.
no. Yeah, that went about as expected, I would say. So here now we see a slightly better team here, or much better team actually. These guys are all reasonable mons. And Hall's team looks absolutely disgusting. I don't want to look at any of those mons.
Oh yeah.
Here's the big gulp and unpingles your tingle.
No, not my Pingle Tingle.
Yeah. Good taunt though. Roars out Palafin. Funny.
Frenzy Plant.
Frenzy Plant.
What is happening?
So the funny thing is supposed to be roaring out your guy pressing Frenzy Plant, right? And doesn't work when you die to Wave Crash, unfortunately. Hall showing a Yawn plus Sand Tomb plan to keep things locked.
This was just a team that was really good in the reg before the restricteds.
Yeah.
Like this was a team that just won a regional.
Frenzy Plant. Wave Crash. Yeah. Tingle is just gonna be here forever. Guys rocks up and doubles. Love it. And now you're in the room. Yeah.
You know, it's fun seeing Amoonguss Arcanine Palafin again. Like it's Reg B. Or the beginning of Reg C.
Yeah. We've come so far from them.
We've come so far.
Lost so much.
And then people realize that Gyarados is just better than Palafin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course that happened like right at the regional we went to, right?
Something
Pretty
like
much.
that. Yeah.
Like Palafin like disappeared from the world.
Yeah, when the world needed him most. Yeah.
Come on,
so
you gotta kill one of them, please.
Maybe trans rights can do it.
I believe in trans rights.
He trans rights is funny. Surely you yell here. Maybe you do some damage. I don't know.
Well, we're yelling.
Crit
Big
to
crit with 19.
This is
Oh my
not
God.
Third Spray. I don't know what item it is. But heal him up. Now you're locked in. He's gonna gotcha Mach.
Get your souls back.
Yell some more. Tingles is still living.
Yep.
Yell. Oh, we.
Oh
got
my God,
one.
it's
All
dead.
right.
And it's a good thing that Sus is dead. And now Men Enjoyer is here.
Not the Man Enjoyer.
Sucker Punch Tear Dark does not do as much as you would think it would.
No, it lives that. So that's another one.
Hold on.
And dodge
Misses?
too. Hold on.
However, at the end of the day, Iron Cheeks
Iron Cheeks
will get you.
He will get you.
Dread from it, run from it. Brian Hands, all the same.
Oh no, not the ice spinner. Oh, hold on, dodges. Can we get another one? Yeah, but not Tingle. Tingles. He's going to live forever.
One tingles your tingle. He sat on the field and never died. And spaghetti and milk. Just so we can see everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, so good stuff from Hall, doubles player. Yeah, that was a set. My Pingle has been untingled. Not much to say about it.
Yeah.
Alright, so going into our wildcard format for week 2, we had Evil Monotype, otherwise known as Terra Donation.
Yeah, so the way that this format works, so the first Pokemon you send out Terras, and everything else on your team then gets that type.
Yeah, so
as a third one attached.
So they'll have up to 3 types. Yeah, so yes, Ernest built this team. He's like, well, what if I made my bread dog a steel type? Wouldn't that be cool? And then put some other guys on here as well. That's all the knowledge I have about this team. Chris, he brought some goobers. We got Goldango here. We got Raging Bold. I love this team actually. These some cool guys. Reveroom's here. I don't know what he's gonna do here, but he's here.
He will certainly do his best.
Yeah. So we see leading Darkspun. So everything now has a steel type, and then Darkspun doesn't acquire the steel type on top of its fairy typing. It just becomes a steel type, which was something that I didn't really understand at first until I helped Ernest mock a little bit. Goldango activating his flying type, and so everyone on Chris's side is going to be bird. Rakwood now has acquired a choice scarf. Now we see
It is Water Bug Steel.
Yeah. Now we see Latias as a steel type. Drops Draco. Raging Bolt dies. Makes me a little sad, but I was happy to see it. Now Lamazenta is a flying dog. It is now acquired +5 defense. And Ernest has decided this is not a problem. I'm going to get my rocks up. And Moltres dies to body press because it is part steel type. And unfortunately, everything is part steel type. So this is truly a disaster.
So this game is actually over.
It's actually
Thanks for
just
watching.
over. In case you're wondering, no, nothing is going to live this.
Yeah.
Multi-scale
Dragonite.
Will live
Once again, sack your whole team.
to bring into the thing that would have done nothing to it anyway.
Yeah. But
So,
funny.
It's funny.
Very funny.
And so just an absolute shellacking by Zazazenta. Yeah. So now Ernest brought this team, which I actually made, and by made I mean I threw some Pokemon on a team and said, yeah, I don't know, maybe this will work. And then I played him in a mock and won, and he's like, yo, send me that team. It's gas. I'm like, okay. So
Good enough.
So I did that. I threw Garganacl on it because I was like, in team building, I'm like, well, what if you Terra Water Garganacl and just saw cured everything and live forever? That seems pretty good.
Yeah, that seems like a good plan.
Yeah, so he's there too. So we see it immediately go off. Now everything is water type. Iron Flocculus is Fairy Terra, so now everything on that side is a Fairy type. Good switch going into Gliscor here.
God, this guy is so... Groundwater flying.
Groundwater flying is crazy.
God did not intend Gliscor to be able
No.
to do what he's doing.
Block the defog. Ernest is cooking.
Iron Flocculus is in.
This Shadow was going to bounce off. And by bounce off, I mean do 83.
I was going to say that did not bounce off.
But it killed Iron Valiant, which is very important for the end game that is soon about to approach. Recover there is kind of crazy. But hey, that's fine. Garganacl's super free here. Just start curing. Oh, never mind. Just start Iron Defensing. That's better. But you're water types. You gotta get out of there. Looks like you have the actual resist to water. Or to grass moves, rather. And now we see Flying Steel Water Corviknight start to bulk up. And once again, we see the opponent versus a setup mon seem to ignore the threat. Petron comes in here, and Corviknight continues to keep getting stronger. Trying to mitigate some of the attack boosts, perhaps. But we see, oh my god. Ooh. The racing of a Great Tusk.
Damn, Great Tusk, please watch out.
Yeah.
We care about your well-being.
And so very similar to game one. It's looking pretty tough for the opponent here.
Yeah.
How do you defeat this this boosting Corviknight?
That's a huge bird.
It's the biggest bird.
Like when everything is pretty much Empoleon type.
Yeah. And so we're looking at this, and it's looking like Chris is like, well, now I need to make you, use all your moves, right? I have to PP stall you.
Yeah.
But what we notice is that Skarmory 2, the Corviknight, is not pressure. And Earnest Corviknight is, in fact, pressure. And so in the PP war, Ernest is going to win. Plus with the boost,
also, Ernest is just going to be able to kill it.
He can just break through, yes.
Alright, we gotta go on fast speed here.
All right. Watch some birds stare at each other for a while.
We're gonna watch some birds. They're gonna hang out together.
Yep. Biggest bird. Biggest bird. A bit of an error on my part, because I didn't really think about this too much. Again, I kind of threw the team together to help Ernest Mock with the team that he built. The fourth move on this Corviknight is not Body Press or Power Trip, it's U-Turn. Which is very anti-synergistic with everything, so kind of a silly thing that should have been optimized, but doesn't ultimately matter here.
Yeah, however, King Gambit is here. Oh.
King Gambit is here, but doesn't really matter.
You know what? He is here, but that doesn't mean he is here.
Yeah.
You feel me?
It's like a couple Sucker Punch crits, maybe, but then, like, Raging Bolt is in the back. Waiting. Yeah, so another setup sweep, but this time on the opposing side. So we go to Game 3, where Ernest has brought a Sun team. More Sun in our SAPA PL.
Oh boy. And
looks like Chris brought the team from Game 1.
Brought the birds.
And so we see everything is fire type on Ernest's side now. And everything is a bird on Chris's side.
Glamora is 12 times weak to ground.
Yeah, but
nobody earthquake him.
But he's got a balloon.
He's on a balloon.
He's
fine.
Fine.
He's safe.
We also notice a bit of an oopsie daisy on Chris's side. He gave Black Sludge to Clodsire, but now he's a bird. And not a poison type, so he's killing his own guy. So we see rocks go up on both sides, and now every mon is weak to rocks in this format now. Good power gem there. Thunderclap is going to break the balloon, but killing Raging Bolt is I think worth it. I don't know if this Glamora has Mortal Spin. I kind of wish it did. Then you get the rocks off of your side. Because all your mons are now weak to rocks. Get your Sun back up, get a kill. Eclair is dead. Comes in, Zazazenta, which I think is a bit premature. Oh, never mind, it's got Stone Edge.
No, it's never premature.
So it's just not really common to see on Zamazenta, at least in real formats, I think.
Yeah.
That didn't kill, which was crazy, and then that didn't
And
kill,
that
which was
didn't
even
kill either.
crazier. And so Hydra's team is just gonna go absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
While the sun is up. This thing definitely has E-speed.
Yeah. The piss dog is here.
Piss dog is here, but it takes 1,000,000 because it's quad weak to rocks and doesn't have boots. Burning Bulwark is funny, but you can't burn him because he is a fire type. But you get your leftovers, you know, matters.
Yeah, oh, never mind.
No DD, which feels like something that could have been
I'm
pressed.
surprised no dragon move here.
Yeah.
DD now?
Burning Bulwark.
What is this guy doing? Who knows?
I don't know. Stone Edge, unfortunately, though, is not contact, so Bulwark will not burn. You're just giving them leftovers. So this looked a little scary, except Gouging Fire is crazy bulky.
Good now.
And now DD, which should have happened a couple turns ago.
Yeah.
Pistol is dead.
Arcanine should not have.
Now you're just letting him get leftovers.
Goldingo?
Goldingo's gonna die. Oh, he's scarfed. Never mind.
Yeah.
Dondozo's here.
Go.
To eat this.
Get Terra Blast Fire.
Wave Crash. Chip.
Mm.
And so. And so we see a bit of a silly interaction here. Raging Bolt comes in. Pressing Thunderclap. Ernest now has to play a fun game where he dodges Stone Edge. Stone Edge doesn't kill. And so it goes for Thunderclap, but then he gets tricked, but this Raging Bolt was AV. So now Goldingo has to attack.
That's funny.
So,
that's a good end game.
Yeah, it was hilarious. He's like,
that's
oh,
a silly format.
I just trick, right? And then I can stall out your Thunderclaps and I win. But no. Yeah, so it's a silly format. It can be silly and fun when you have sets like this. And now we're going to see a less silly and fun set. So we have Brian versus Aaron. We see Brian leads off with Garganacl, Terra Waters immediately. First part is 19.
Aaron is so Aaron actually picked this format.
He did.
He did. I wasn't around when he made this team. However, they're all normal types.
Yep.
However, we are going up against the Iron Defense Body Press guy.
Yep.
With Salt Cure.
With Salt Cure. So what is Garganacl going to do here? He's going to
get strong.
Yeah.
And
Body Press going to bounce off, of course, because you are also boosted. So now we have +6 Garganacl. Looking at this team,
and a love story as old as time.
Yeah.
Is Brian and Garganacl. He loves this guy a lot.
Salt Cure, Iron Defense, Protect, Body Press. Yeah. No Recover? Surely he has Recover. Maybe he's not Body Press.
I don't think he has Body Press.
Alright, well...
Start skipping turns.
Yeah.
We gotta... Okay, never mind. Proceed.
Alright. Making
cannot burn him. Aaron, no, you can't do it.
But yeah. You know what could have saved Aaron? A singular Raging Bolt. Doesn't get his Custap Endeavor, unfortunate, because Ryan presses Protect.
Now they're all sitting here.
Get your rocks up, sure.
Our dear friend Aaron is not allowed to have any fun.
No. Alright, trying to set up with Dragonite. Maybe we can get a little DD action going. Crit.
We can crit.
Super duper crit. It's now or never. It's now or never.
Now or never. Time.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
And this is Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ball 5. Salt cured. You already know. Garganacl sitting at 100%. Yeah.
Yep.
that's Pokemon.
That was a game.
So
Pokemon.
Aaron brings the same team again.
So Brian.
Brian brings
No,
a
it's
different
different.
team, but still has Garganacl. And what does he lead with? Oh, it's the guy.
No,
And
don't
so
do
I've
it.
seen this
Please.
one before. Crit
Oh,
E-Speed. Hold on, get another one.
Please.
Ah, I've been here before.
Oh no, go to hyperspeed. This can't be how we end it.
It's unfortunately
This
the
is
last set.
I've come to make an announcement. Dr. B is a bitch ass motherfucker. He brought Garganacl on my friend Aaron and made him rage quit the game. Unsubscribe. Thanks for watching. Boo this man in the comments.
Yeah,
Boo
so
this
kind of a rough set to go off on, but we had some good sets. Don't forget about those. You know, Gen 7 was awesome. Gen 3 was pretty good. Yeah. So we'll be back in for week 3, where we're back to our first week of rotation of formats. So more DPP, more SVOU.
Yeah. Thanks for listening,
yeah,
everybody.
thanks
Please
for watching.
say shame to Brian in the comments.
Please shame Brian in the comments.
Please shame Brian.
Peace.